All right, we're live. What's up, guys? I'm David Glenn with DavidGlennRecording.com and the Mix Academy. And this is day 7, part 1 of mixing my man Jeremy Rosado's EP 2017. We've got 3 songs specifically that we're going to jump on in this session where we've got some notes that I've taken, and then we're going to send it off to the artist and the producer and get their thoughts. We've got a deadline of tomorrow. So lots of work to do to clean this up and get it going. Real quick, I'm going to come over here and share some links with my email subscribers, my friends from the Mix Academy over in the David Glenn Recording private community. And then over on the Facebook page, before we get going, I've got the session launched, loaded, ready to go. And we're going to dive right in. We're going to begin this session with the song Trust. I'm going to hit play. We're going to take some notes. We're going to think through any kind of last minute thing that we want to touch. I like to get the mix to a place where I'm happy with it before sending it to the artist. That's what today's all about. And we will work through that together. And then we have a song that was came from the producer Aaron Rice. He killed it, did a great job on the production. It was meant to be more of a ballad, laid back track. And he's kind of squeezed in some extra stuff in there to fill in some gaps. And we're going to get that vocal that came to us was sent with auto-tune on it. And auto-tune, believe it or not, it seems to have caused some clipping and some artifacts and things. I melodized some of the artifacts to tighten it up a bit, but we just last minute said, you know what, we need to melodize this. We need to treat it right. So Aaron, thankfully, was able to send me the dry vocal comp. And now my man Vic, who produced 3 of the songs we're mixing today, is going to be melodizing that for us last minute. So huge shout out to Aaron, Vic, the team, Jeremy Rosado Camp for the teamwork to kind of come together last minute and get this done. I had a Pro Tools licensing issue myself. I do the subscription plan. I found out that one of the subscriptions, for whatever reason, stopped working, and there was a glitch between. I have two licenses. Excuse me. I don't know how that happened, but I've been paying for the last year or two, whatever, for 2 licenses and never caught it. So had to deal with Avid on that. But all is well. We're back up and running. Nico, what's up, man? Day 7 it is. Fox Chase, Clay, how are you guys doing, man? Love to see you guys joining in. We've got some more friends on the way. It looks like we're going to go ahead and get going here. I'm going to close out some of these windows. And as you guys file in, please feel free. Hit me with any questions. If you're watching the replay, maybe you came from my email list or you came from the Pro Audio files, but by all means, if you haven't done so yet, go to DavidGlennRecording.com, sign up for the email list. You're going to get tons of free multi-tracks that you can mix and use on your resume. You're going to get a whole bunch of impulse responses. If you don't know what those are, we include instructions on how to use them, how to install them, what they are, etc. Lots of exclusive tutorials, tons of stuff coming for free just for signing up to the mailing list. And then by all means, please check out the membership site, themixacademy.com. You guys rock. I'm excited to dive in and get this work done. My man Neil Devereaux over here in the Facebook chat. Let me give a shout out to him real quick. Tell Neil, live on YouTube. Come join the fun. So let's see. While I work out some of that, the messaging and whatnot, I'm going to hit play and just kind of think if there's anything. I'm listening for distractions. I'm listening for anything that pops out or catches my attention. I've got SonarWorks on for me. If you guys don't know what that is, go check it out. Extremely valuable tool. I would say the only plugin I have to have. I can mix with stock plugins if I had to, but I just need this plugin. If you can see, the headphones that I use are the Sennheiser HD650s, and you can see practically no sub response. So if I were mixing without SonarWorks, I may be boosting 30, 40, 50, 60 hertz and not be aware that I'm boosting too much if I don't hear it. And so I'll just keep boosting. But with this on, it clearly puts the subs back into this, and then you can see there's a low mid bump, so that takes a little bit of a dip so I don't have muddy mixes. Great software here. Go check out sonarworks.com. You guys will not hear SonarWorks. I have it routed out the stereo 1 and 2, so you guys hear the clean output from my mix bus post limiter. So there we go. So some of the legalities out of the way there to make sure you guys know what you're listening to. And this is a mix that should be fairly close. I've got some notes, but we're going to listen to it and take this one to the finish line together here.
Good grip, thought I could captain the ship, but when I look at this wreck, my prints are all on this mess. And I was running my life like I was doing just fine, but I was hopeless, and I was broken. The harder and harder life hits, the tougher and tougher it gets to let go. Ooh, your love says I'm down for the ride. I'll give you the keys to my life. Time to let go. Hands off the wheel. I'm riding, you're driving for real. Don't want it back, don't want it back. Eyes off the road. Get locked on the one in control. This is how it feels to trust in you. Trust in you. Trust in you. I know I really gotta stop. I can't keep calling the shots, cause when life turns up the heat, I put myself in your seat. But you gave your life, and now I'm giving you mine. Don't want it back, it's a fact that I'll just break it. The harder and harder life hits, the tougher and tougher it gets to let go. But your love says I'm down for the ride. I'll give you the keys to my life. Time to let go. Hands off the wheel. I'm riding, you're driving for real. Don't want it back, don't want it back. Eyes off the road. Get locked on the one in control. This is how it feels to trust in you. Trust in you. Trust in you. I'm letting go of it all. The only thing I'm holding on to is you. And in the rise or the fall, the only thing I put my trust in is you. I'm taking my hands off the wheel. I'm riding, you're driving for real. Don't want it back, don't want it back. Eyes off the road. Get locked on the one in control. Hands off the wheel. I'm riding, you're driving for real. Don't want it back, don't want it back. Eyes off the road. Get locked on the one in control. This is how it feels to trust in you. Trust in you. Trust in you.
All right, so there we go. We've got some work to do. A couple of things that probably are a result of tired ears the last time that we touched this track. So let me see real quick. This is a quick fix.
Trust in you. Trust in you.
Yeah, we'll just drop that down. We'll start at one little... Okay, cool. So let's get into our notes. We got to be efficient. We got to be productive. Seems like a lot, but it should be pretty quick. Let me double check in the comments here. We had my man Adrian from Spain. What's up, To you, Clay said, I feel like a throw on all and fall on the bridge would fit nicely. Sweet. We'll have a listen to that. Let's see. Let's put that in the notes. Throw on all and fall in the bridge. Clay's note. Cool. All right. So let's see what we can do with this one. First up, master a tad hotter. I'm not worried about what the level is right now. Modulation throws on the ends of phrases. That is small potatoes, I would say, compared to some of these. Let's prioritize this list real quick. We're going to check the drum bus comp. That is huge. One of the mixes, I was crushing the drum bus. I had to lift the threshold and drop the output a little bit. Widen effects, less click in the kick. That didn't bother me. We'll see. Fade the ending out better. We did that. Add decapitator to the right sides of the hook synth. Too much lows for sure. That's a big note. We'll check our compressor before we do that. The doubles could be tighter. Doubles need some love. Need tighter lows on the kick at the hook. That's the same thing as up here. Just kind of a... All right, there's a verify. That was kind of a cool thing. I want to hit that before I forget it. Take some harshness out of the delay throws. That was annoying. Keys lick around 245. Hit the verb. The rest of these are not... They're not super pressing. We got Tyrone in the house. Supersonics HQ on YouTube. Peace, everyone. He said, I made it. Was finishing a remix. Right on, man. Yeah, I'm excited. I love doing these, man. I love hanging out with you guys. It's cool to... it's almost like accountability for me, too. Helps me stay focused on the project and get it done. But let's see. Good times for everyone. We'll get this mix going. Let's go up to... What was that? Check drum bus comp. Okay. Where's that chorus at?
Says I'm down for the ride. I'll give you the keys to my life. Time to let go. Hands off the wheel. I'm riding, you're driving for real.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. I feel like we've got a decent amount of... Let's see what this is doing. Yeah, it's good. All right, so gain staging on this song was much better. I had this set at minus 20 for every track at the beginning. If you haven't seen how I start a mix, man, go check out some of the replays. Multiple of them. Well, we have 3 now at this point, where I start the song from scratch. Everything from stereo monoizer and organizing the files all the way through to a finished mix here. So be sure to check out the replays. We're going to leave those up for you guys for free here on YouTube. And let's go to this kick. Okay. What did we do? Some kind of automation. So this is... What is this for?
I thought I had a good grip.
Okay, so we're tight in the verse, which I'm totally cool with. But then the chorus, we bypass this EQ. However, it's a little bit messy is what I'm feeling right now. What do you guys think in the chat? That low end's feeling a little bit messy, right? You never know what... I looked at the iMac camera. You never know what people are listening on, so I got to be careful with low-end comments and things like that. I got to trust what I'm working with in my system, but definitely would love to hear what you guys think. Let me switch over. I've got my camera on, I think. There we go. Hey, before I turn the camera off, I got this shirt I'm sporting. Perfect for the revision process. It says... Let me back up and see. You won't be able to see that, but it says... I can make everything louder than everything else. The perfect note for bands or artists when they want everything loud, right? Everything to be the star of the show. The drums, the bass, we need the guitars up, need the vocal up. And then it's, -4, crushed to death. All right, so we're going to put my camera away. We're going to move back over here to Pro Tools. I want to tighten up the low end. Love this shirt, man. I figured it was an appropriate wear for taking this record to the finish line. All right, so this kick right here. Now, I could gate it. We could take some lows out. Let's check it in the verse.
And I was running my life like I was doing just fine, but I was hopeless, and I was broken.
I like that better, much tighter. Let's see if that helps our chorus.
I'm riding, you're driving for real. Don't want it back, eyes off the road. They're locked on the one in control. This is how it feels to try.
Okay, so I liked it there. Let's see, context is everything here. Verse.
My prints are all on this mess, and I was running my life like I was doing just fine, but I was hopeless, and I was broken. You're harder and harder. Your love says I'm down for the ride. I'll give you the keys to the wheel. I'm riding, you're driving for real. Don't want it back, eyes off the road. Relax, I'm the one in control. This is how it feels to trust.
Yeah, that was much tighter for me. Okay, let's move on from that. We'll see if it distracts us later, but I think that was better. Drum bus comp. Verified to the kick just after the 1 minute mark. This, to me, there's a little bit of a gap here that I think copying a kick over might help. Was it just after the 1 minute mark? Must have been further.
It feels to trust. It feels to trust.
Kind of like a doom feels to right on two, I think.
It feels to trust.
Yeah, it feels. This might be being a bit picky here. Let's give it a shot. My man Victor Encarnacion produced this track. He and I have an incredible relationship, so there's no worry. Vic is a man. I can delete things, I can move things, I can reverse, I can do pretty much whatever I want. He is so cool and has no pride with his productions. If he doesn't like something, he'll just message me, hey, I like that you tried that, but hey, let's go back to what I had. I don't even know that that's ever happened, but that's how he would definitely handle it. So we're going to try something here. We're going to throw a slowed down feel here in solo.
This is how it feels to try.
Didn't even make a difference.
This is how it feels to try.
So let me solo. Yeah, it's not making a difference there. I wonder if there's anything else. Small potatoes at this point. You got to keep moving. It was a nice thought, something that just kind of, not like a full-on bass drop, but just like a something to slide out, a little tape hit, but we'll move on. Too much lows at the hook. We hit that. Need tighter lows on the kick at the hook. Bam. Take some harshness out of the delay throws. This was not all of the delay throws, but some of them were a bit trashy, and it may be some of these that are like pushed up in volume way up here. Let's see.
This is how it feels to trust in you.
I didn't mind those. Let's go through them.
Time to let go.
I don't mind that one.
Trust in you. This is how it feels to trust in you. The only thing I put my trust in is you.
Yeah, it's not really bothering me now. I don't know, were there other...
Trust in you. Trust in you. Trust in you. I know I really gotta stop. I can't keep calm. Trust in you. 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 Trust in you.
All right. What do we got over here in the comments? We've got Clay laughing at me for the shirt, and he said, I trust you more with the low end since you got the sub pack. Absolutely. I love this thing, man. If you guys don't know what the sub pack is, I cannot praise this thing enough. Go to Google and just search SUBPAC, sub pack. Absolutely ridiculous. It's a little bit expensive, $300-400, I think. But they have a couple different versions. One you can, install in your chair. One is backpack, and I think they even have the backpack edition now for the one that goes in the chair, so you can throw it in the backpack and go on the road with it. But as a fan of music, nothing like it, man. It just resonates. It hits. It's better than being in a club or I do a lot of praise and worship stuff. It's better than being in the church and being next to the subs. Like, you just feel it against your body. It's a totally new experience. I love it. But the sub pack, got to check it out. If it's a bit out of your price range, they also, I think it's Zounds and American Musical have pricing plans, even for no credit, low credit. The incredible companies from my experience, and definitely worth giving a shot. Make nothing on that. So what do we got? Robert, what's up, man? Robert Rubino. Hello, David. This is an awesome channel, man. I really appreciate that. New channel for anyone following. I'm going to be committed to releasing more content, free stuff on the website, the WordPress site, davidglennrecording.com, and then also the YouTube channel here. Be sure to subscribe. Click the little icon. That'll get you the updates so that when a new video or I go live, you'll get those notifications. Also going to be looking to go live on Facebook. So if you haven't already, go look me up on Facebook, David Glenn Recording. And then also we have the David Glenn private community on Facebook. My man Kevin jumping on. You're going to be mixing on Jesus Is today. Yep, we're going to pull up Jesus Is. Kevin, quick update, because I know you and I were talking a little bit off stream. The song Jesus Is, incredible little song. Aaron Rice produced. Jeremy killed that one. But the vocal was sent to me with auto-tune on it, which we think has caused some clipping and glitching because the other 3 songs did not have it. Vic, the producer of the other 3 songs, volunteered to melodyne that song. He handled the melodyne, I believe, for the other 3 songs, and so he's going to give it that consistent vibe. Looking to get that back here in the next hour or so. We're going to touch on these other 3 songs, and then Jesus Is. I've got to mix the vocal from scratch, so we'll definitely be pulling that one up. Nico said you should make a mix tutorial, how to mix with a sub pack. Hard to work with it. That's a great idea, man. Absolutely. Put that down on my notepad here on the table, because I've got a whole series that I want to release on mixing low end and vocals. Man, I'm gonna be hard at it. So lots of things. If you guys have any tutorials that you'd like to see, if you're watching the replay, put in the comments below. I'm gonna do my best to hit every comment, and I'll be taking notes on anything you guys want to see. I want this to be your channel, your way to learn. I was typing out an email, and it kind of hit me the slogan for the David Glenn Recording, the new slogan to be something along the lines of, I want to help you take make your next mix your best mix. And that's what I want to aim to do, man, for your productions and mixes. So feel free, hit me with any ideas at all. I'm going to double check over here before we hit some more stuff. The Facebook group, Facebook page, everything looks good. Lots of questions coming in, man. I appreciate you guys. We'll try to get to those and also be productive. So couple of those. Bam, bam. All right. Moving right along. What's up, PJ? Was that PJ7? How's it going, man? Fox Chase said, how to mix polka metal. You write a polka metal song, Clay, and I will mix it, my man, and I'll do a live stream. Polka metal. Submit it to support@davidglennrecording.com, and I will consider it for a live stream or in the Mix Academy. Not sure how many people would dig it, but we'll give it a shot. All right, so moving along, we had some notes up here. Take some harshness out of the delay throws. If I hear it again, I'll make the note, but at this point, listening back to the main ones that I saw there, did I have another throw? I just have the one throw. Okay. We'll see, but modulation throws on ends of phrases. The chorus synth has decapitator and is lopsided left. I remember that. So let's come up here. I don't know that it's hurting the song, but what that note is about is right here. These 3 guys. The chorus here. I put decapitator on the left synth for this section out here where it's by itself. And now at the chorus, that one is obviously louder and dominating the tone. So let's come here and listen to, well, first let's listen to this. What is that, the bridge? That guy right there. I'll tell you what, man. This might be a bit much for right now. But, So my idea right now, I don't know that we're going to go for this, but it's that this synth, the chorus synth 1, listen to the timing of the pulse. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. it's rising on a quarter note. I feel like it should be on the and. So da 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 should be rising on the and. Let me see.
I'm letting go of it all.
I feel like it should be the bass pulsing the eighth notes, dun 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 dun, and I feel like the synth should be coming on the and. So bass hit, synth pull, bass hit, synth pull. Let's quickly, if this takes more than 5 minutes, let me do something here. Hey Suri, set a timer for 5 minutes.
Okay, 5 minutes and counting.
All right, so we've got Suri's going to help us out. If this takes longer than 5 minutes, we ditch it and we go back to our original note, just trying to get that balanced in the chorus. So what I'm thinking is to compress this synth so those pulses go away, and then put our own pulse on it to offset the push and pull, to go for the push and pull that I hear in my head. So let's start with compressor. Man, this really could just be an L1. Let's try to just squash the life out of it. So
The only thing I'm holding on to is you. Heading the round to the fall. The only thing I put my trust in is you.
all right, it's ripping a little bit, but that's not going to matter in the context of the track. I'm going to go for one more layer. Could have probably just gone away with this one, but we're going to go Devil Lock Deluxe. Shout out to Sound Toys, incredible plugins. Been using Decapitator and Devil Lock a ton. Let's see what we get here. The only complaint about this plugin, man, I need a darn output knob. Need an output knob to back off so we can check and see if we've made an improvement or if it's just, man. So now it's going to get louder, but
I'm holding on to is you. Heading the round to the fall.
so what we're going to do is we're going to go to the L1 and because the gain staging was so low, that's not working with L1. So a couple layers of plugins, but you see it's not doing too much. Let us boom, 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 boom. Let's go down a couple dB here.
The only thing I'm holding on to is you. Heading the round to the fall.
So we have the pulse there.
Thing I put my trust in is you. The only thing I'm holding.
I would say that's a little bit more even. We're not getting as much movement. And then over here to the side, man, I have a couple of these plugins. Let's go. Is it? It might be a simple one. Is just where's boom 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 pan man tremolo pan. This one might work for a quick. I can't remember the name of the company. The other one I haven't mixed. It's been a minute since I've mixed some pop EDM stuff. Let's go sync. We'll try sine, and we're going to go vertical. So this is tremolo, and let's go much faster than that.
Thing I'm holding on to is you.
And I want it to be on the, I don't know if this is going to give us the off. No, this is because I want this to be boom, bop, bop, bop on the up. Yeah, not going to get it from this. Okay. Man, what is that? Okay, so might be considered an instrument. All right, let's look for the company name because it's not coming to me. BDL, Blue Cat, Salamoni. Man, help me out in the comments, guys, if you guys can think of, Cable Guys. Joel. What's up, Joel? I think I have. Oh, I didn't install Cable Guys. Did I? Man, I have a couple of their plugins. I love their stuff. Oh, man. Pumper, but the one I'm thinking of is man. Oh man, I don't know that I have it installed. I did a mix for PewDiePie and an artist and he actually requested that I use this certain preset for the pumping effect that they were going with. Oh, this is so lame. That LFO tool. Is that it? That's the one. That's the one. Okay, so this is one we used on that. The air pumper should do it. Right on, man. I'll have to check. Yeah, I don't think I even have the air plugins on here, man. How lame am I? What do we got? Let me check in anybody else who's logged on here. Walex Beats is the pink noise trick. Really works when you need to get a good balance on your mix. I actually have never done the pink noise trick. I don't doubt that it could work. Clay said, uh-oh. Surrey said time's up. But I tell you what, we're at the finish line of this just to get the tempo right. So we're going to get back to it. But thanks again, Joel, Cable Guys. I do have that where you can draw it in. I remember that one well. Let's see if we can... And, man, you guys are going to have to help me out. There's got to be a preset for... I want it to be on the... Man, I know I have the Cable Guys plugin. I own it. I just need to install it, I think. So what do we have here? We want it to be off and then on. So let's see. I don't know if we've crushed it enough. I don't know that this is going to work. Shoot, man. Showing my amateur pumping skills here. Air. Do I have air pumper? I don't. And it's been a minute since I've even looked at this plugin. So I want it to be, what I was thinking was low and then on. But it needs to be slower than that. That's an eighth note. So let's go to, where do we click here? Drag it. There we go. Quarter. Half. Quarter. But it needs to be, you guys are screaming at me in the chat probably. Man, the Cable Guys plugin is awesome. I just... Clay said, you're killing me, Smalls. Well, that's what we set the timer for, so it is what it is. Time's up. Moving on. I suck. I should have been able to knock that out. Some amateur skills right there. All right. Modulation throws on ends of phrases, chorus, synth, decapitator. So now we're back to just making sure we get this balanced. All right, so in the chorus, I got these three synths without decapitator. All right, so a couple ways to address this. The left side absolutely comes up. I think all of them should come up. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to bypass decapitator, command control click on that bypass to pull open the automation lane. And then for, we're going to leave it bypass at the chorus and we're going to open it up here. And that's it. So decapitator will live at the bridge for that file, for that track. For these, we're going to come over here, and I think we're going to put decapitator and automate this beast on at the chorus. Let's see what we get. I'm going to check the blend out without anything.
Don't want it back, eyes off the road. The lights on the one in control. This is how it feels to trust in your...
So I'll match that gain.
I'm riding, you're driving for real.
All right. It's fairly balanced. Let's check it.
I'm riding, you're driving for real. Don't want it back, eyes off the road. The lights on the one in control.
I don't know if I like the extra hair on it. that decapitator's putting on it. A little bit of a little bit of something there. Volume got a little louder too. So why don't we do this? Let's just pull these guys up. Let's see. Is that automation volume? Let's pull it up 2.5 dB and see.
Time to let go, hands off the wheel. I'm riding, you're driving for real. Don't want it back.
That's all it was for me. Just a little level. Give that a little love. 2.5-ish. And these at the end, 2.5. All right, moving on. So, bam, add the cap to the right side. Nope. Less click in the kick. All right, what do you guys think? A lot of you guys are going to have systems that'll be fine for your mid-range, your top end. Let me know. What do you think about the click and the kick, the top end in the kick drum? What do we get? What do we want? A little less.
I thought I had a good grip, thought I could captain the ship. But when I look at this wreck, my prints are all on this mess. And I was running my life like I was doing just fine. But I was hopeless, and I was broken. The harder and harder life hits, the tougher and tougher it gets to let go. Ooh, your left says I'm down for the ride. I'll give you the keys to my life. Time to let go, hands off the wheel. I'm riding, you're driving for real. Don't want it back, eyes off the road. Relax on the one in control. This is how it feels to try. I'm riding, you're driving for real.
So I've got those two off-centered, so there's a little bit of separation. This one's half left, the other, of course, two's half right. This one right here.
I'm riding, you're driving for real. Don't want it back, eyes off the road. Relax on the one in control. This is how it feels to try.
I just have a little bit of a sensitivity to that 3 to 5K area. I'm going to touch that a bit. What do we got in the chat? You guys are probably going to jump all over me for that, not getting the timing right on that, the pumping effect. My man Kenny said split and fade. Definitely could do that. You're right. LFO tools for MIDI control. What do we see? Write it in. Why not just shift that part on an 8th note earlier on the grid? Yep, all good ideas. Let's see. Aaron Austin. What's up, Aaron? I don't think I've seen you in the chat before. How about just dragging the audio where you want it? I think the chord changes, I think Joel hit on that above. The chord changes might not match. Adrian Saavedra said, great to hear that. Supersonics. I bought Studio Caliber. Oh, so you guys are talking about, I think I saw that. Up top a little bit higher, something about SonarWorks. I can't find it. Forgive me. There it is. Have you checked out SonarWorks Ref 3 Studio Calibration? I actually don't. Is that for the monitors? So they have the headphone, but then they also have for the monitors. Waylax Beats. I don't know if it's me, but I feel like the lead vocal needs to be up. That's funny you say that, man. I was thinking the same thing. The lead vocal was a bit hidden. So we're gonna drop the volume of my monitoring here in a minute. We're gonna double check that. Where are we at? And actually, I was thinking the vocal could use some character or some saturation or something to give it a little bit of just something different. It's just a little bit too pretty, too clean, I think. Modulation, less click in the kick. I think we're good. Widen the effects. That's a quick thing. I had the idea listening on let's just use Isotope Imager. Yeah, appreciate you guys hanging out in the chat. you guys watching the replay back, man, please feel free, hit the comment section. Don't forget, leave me comments if you like this, if you want more of these, if you have any ideas for tutorials, any kind of, mixing kick drums. I've got a few ideas, but I want to hear what you guys want to learn for the channel as we move forward. I'm just going to go 20%. I don't even have to check that. I know it'll be all right. So modulation throws, widen the effects. Doubles, hit the verb around 220 mark. Could use some impact key lick around 245. Let's go hit that. I'm just looking for quick and easy things so I don't get stuck. I want to hit these little pieces here and there. What is this? I don't think that's what I'm talking about. I think it's, so 240, that's the synth. Might be, is it, no, it's not that. Not that, might be these.
Taking my hands off the wheel. I'm riding, you're driving for real. Don't want it back, eyes off. The only thing I put my trust in.
We got Choo Choo. Hey Dave, what do you use to check your mixes? Only monitors and headphones. So I've got, let me pull open the camera for a minute here. So I've got Yamaha HS5s. I will have a sub soon. We're moving as soon as possible, and we're gonna put we're gonna build out a really nice studio. IK Multimedia iLoud speakers I use. I've got my Sennheiser HD 650s, and then I also check mixes on my iPhone buds. Every mix I do, that's really where I take my notes. It's where I mostly listen to music, would be on the buds and then in the car. I use the app Wunderlist here. It's a free app. The reason why I like this app is, let's say I use it a lot for my courses, but let's say I said drum notes or whatever. I could come in here and then I could, if I was focusing on the drums, I could say, kick, blah, 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 and I gotta have all these different subtasks. But this one's free, so can't beat that. And then for checking my mixes, I also do the technique where I take the top end out of the mix. So we'll come down here. Ooh, some red lights on there. We'll have to look at that. But I will take an EQ and suck all the top end out. Open that up. I'll reference. I'll go to a reference, see what their low end, their subs are doing. I mean, I'll start all the way. I try to talk about this a lot because this is one of the techniques I feel like really, really helped me with getting my mixes to translate and learning as well what industry mixes that I loved and respected were doing in the sub frequency range. You can hear the kick. If the kick's pulsing, you can hear if it's bass sustaining. And so you can learn a lot about that. And then all the tutorials out there, you can figure out how to get the kick to hit and how to balance your low end and that kind of thing. But anyway, so I'll start there and work my way up to about 100 hertz. Once I get to 100, 150, 200, somewhere in there, not too picky, I'll put a high pass filter and remove the low end. And so now I'm looking at lows, low mids. You'll start to hear when the vocal has warmth in it, 150, 200, somewhere in there. You'll start to feel that. You can know if you've got a ton of low end in your vocal and the references have practically none, then you may be able to go back and experiment and try some EQ or multiband to control the low mids in the vocal. You just open that up, get to about 1K, and then you kind of got the what are the little cube speakers? I'm getting Aviom from the Aviom monitoring system and Avitone. There we go, the Avitone little cube speakers. I think Behringer make a decent pair as well. And just kind of open it up anyway. So I use that as a referencing technique for mixes. And then I have the sub pack. The sub pack, I mentioned it earlier. Man, go check those out. Absolutely incredible. The feel as just a fan of music, to enjoy music with the pulse up against your body. I don't know if you can see it, turn around. It's got a big box on the back. It's annoying. Don't get me wrong. The cables, I've got the box to the side, about to fall out of the chair. In one of the earlier streams, it felt like my the right ear on my headphones went out, but it was actually the line in cable got unplugged halfway. So it can be a pain and uncomfortable to sit here for forever with a backpack on, but because how much it just makes it feel awesome, and I can really feel as a referencing technique, how much my low end is pulsing against my body versus the reference tracks. And you can get a really good, don't forget to level match your mix and the references. But other than that, a great tool, man. So I hope that helps. If that wasn't, let's see, what do you use to check your mixes? Only monitors. So I went a bit more than just checking my mixes. I do use the monitors, the iLouds, all of what I mentioned. But Clay said Oratone, yes. Choo Choo said, nice, good to know. Thanks. I have a Bose SoundLink in my house and recently started using it for checking mixes. Absolutely, man. That's a great idea. The new, with the Apple speaker they came out with, and then what's Amazon, some of those could be a great way to reference and check your mixes. I've actually been listening a lot more on the iPhone speaker. I kind of enjoy the iPhone. I have the 7 Plus. Yeah, 7 Plus. 7S Plus. Shoot, I don't even know what it is. 7 Plus, I think. The latest one, and it's the first one with stereo sound. I kind of dig listening on that, referencing to make sure you hear a kick, and the kick's not all sub. You get a little bit of the punch, 100, 200, 300, whatever. Laptop speakers, all good stuff, man. So let's see. Where are we at? Okay, so back to the mix. We'll come over here. Throw on all and fall on the bridge, ad-lib automation levels, key click, the lick, I couldn't hear it, I don't know. Hit verb around 220, could use some impact. Let's quickly look at that. So around 220, there's one of those impact hits. My man Vic likes to layer those in, probably this guy here. Oh, Pro Tools might crash. Nope. There we go, we're good. Okay, so that guy right there, I felt like needed something.
This is how it feels to
Well, there's no lead in. There has been.
back eyes off the road.
I'm gonna, let's see, let's go to grid mode. We're on this. We're gonna go here and let's paste and nudge it 1. Zoom in. That should work. Let's try that. That might help just create some anticipation for that hit.
In control. This is how it feels to trust.
No, I need that to rise and die out sooner. So now.
How it feels to trust.
And it's not that hit that I'm worried about. It might have been right from there.
This is how it feels to trust.
Yep, there we go. And there's a hit here. So that snare, this kick, that's what I'm looking for.
This is how it feels to trust.
So right there, where's it at? Right there, cool. Okay. It might not be just this one, but you know, it might just be a level thing. I just want a little bit more.
This is how it feels to trust.
A quick second, I just got a text message from the producer. My man Vic is working on the Melodyne for us. And he asked what the BPMs is. Shout out to you producers out there who put the key of the song and the BPMs in the files on the folder here. Let me hit him back, let him know it's 72, right? 72. He said they weren't lining up for us. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, this hit, impact.
This is how it feels to trust.
Uh-oh. I heard an overload. Some distortion there.
In control. This is how it feels to trust.
sometimes it could be from, if you start it too quickly, it could be something hit and overloaded, like a sustaining sound. When I play it back, it sounds like it died out enough that it didn't overload that time. So one more quick look at this hit to see if we're going to do anything to it.
Relax on the one in control. This is how it feels to trust in you.
Honestly, it just feels like that needs to be more stereo, a little bit more width. Let's try this. If it doesn't work, moving on. Let's go like 40%, drop it a couple dB. Let's see what we get from that.
This is how it feels to trust.
Okay, that worked for me. I don't want that on the other ones. It was just that hit in particular that felt like it needed something. So we'll throw the... Whoop. If you click away and you lose your selection, I do that a lot because I use the Smart Tool, where all three are, top, bottom. You can look that up. YouTube search Smart Tool and Pro Tools. But if you want to get that selection back that you had, Command Option Z, right there, bam. I use that 100 times in a mix. Huge tip. Enjoy. Let's see. Moving on from that, modulation throws. I keep ignoring the vocal stuff. I'm a little bit. I think we're gonna need to spend a few minutes. Throw on fallen ball. Ad libbing. Hit verb. Done. All right. We are to the vocals. Let's come down here and let's check what we have from the verse. I'm just gonna listen and see what stands out, what needs some love. First, let's check in on the comments. What reverb do you have on the vocals? I think I'm using a little bit of the plate. Nope, no plate. Turn that off so I know it's not in. Vic just said the file already sounds 10 times better without the auto-tune. I believe it, man. That's exciting. The vocal reverb, I have none. I'm using a delay. No, I'm not. Shoot. Don't even have that in. So the lead vocal is going to a vocal delay. The throw is going to a verb. Let's see, the background vocals, what do they have? Shoot, doesn't look like anything.
I thought I had a good grip, thought I could captain the ship, but when
Oh yeah. For the lead, the hook, I used I believe I used Nectar. Yep, Isotope Nectar 2, and I used the verb straight out of here. It was actually a first for me. I thought it sounded good, and blended a percentage. Did that very quickly. Got that lead dialed in pretty quickly. I think this was day one. It might have been day one, part one or part two, mixing this song. I mixed the vocal and did all the effects and everything. I broke out the hook from the original track, put it on its own set of tracks, automated the junk out of it, and go back and see that. And then put a verb on it and tweaked it. So it kind of separated the vocal tone between sections.
I thought I had a good grip, thought I could
For some reason, I still feel like I've had a right out of the gate.
I thought I had a good grip, thought I thought I had a good grip, thought.
I will zoom in so you guys can see this. I'm gonna just lift I thought, give it some more love.
I thought I had a good grip, thought I thought I had a good grip, thought I could captain the ship, but when I look at this wreck, my prints are all on this mess.
So I'm turning it down right
I
now.
was running my life like I was doing just fine, but I was hopeless, and I was broken.
And I made the decision to leave the delay throws out of the first verse until that section right there, and use it as a way to, like a gateway drug to the B section there. So.
But I was hopeless, and I was broken. The harder and harder life hits, the tougher and tougher it gets to let go. Ooh, your love says I'm down for the ride. I'll give you the keys to my life. Time to let go. Hands off the wheel. I'm riding, you're driving for real. Don't want it back, eyes off the road.
Tell you what, I don't think it's all the time, but let's come over here and throw a multi-band on and see if we get anything from that delay throw there. Let's go.
This is how it feels to trust in you, trust in you, trust in you.
Yeah.
This is how it feels to trust in you, trust in you, trust in you. I know I really
All right, now let's back up. Let's hear that with and without.
the one in control. This is how it feels to trust in you, trust in you, trust in you. The one in control. This is how it feels to trust in you, trust in you, trust in you.
That's kind of where everything's living for that effect. It kind of killed it, didn't it?
The one in control. This is how it feels to trust in you, trust in you, trust in you.
All right, let's hear it without.
This is how it feels to trust in you, trust in you, trust in you.
Nah, get rid of it. Okay. Let's check in on you guys over here in the comments. Let me scroll back up. We see Joel arrangement could use more triplets for hype. Not a bad idea. We've got Walex Beats, impressive. Christopher Bonella. Hello, David. Sorry to be writing you here, but I am a person from my staff sent you 3 emails, and I really need a response from you because I have a schedule for launching an EP. Please, I need your response so we can agree about points. Report it in an email, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Try to the channel. Okay. Yeah, sorry, Chris. I'm going to admit my email is a disaster. I almost cursed there. Please forgive me. It is a disaster. I think 2 days ago, I brought in a new assistant, and we found, I'm not talking hundreds, like 300 messages that have been either in spam or in an older folder that I completely disregarded by mistake. So email is a disaster. I'm sorry for missing your email, man. After I get this record finished, email is my number one priority. So as soon as I get done today with the live stream and getting this record out, I'll go through, man. Anybody who has emailed me, I am working my butt off after I get this record done to get responses and all kinds of little things, loose ends tied up with that. So thank you so much for your patience, man. I will definitely hit you back. Vic is alive. He's with us, the producer of this track. So if you guys have any questions about the song, man, it would be great to interact with him. We've got Luthery. A lot of the S sounds actually sound like shh. Is that the performance or the de-esser? That happened in the last song, and it was pretty intense. It was a Jesus, where he said it that way. He sang it that way. I thought it was my de-esser, so I'll double check that here. But yeah, it's been pretty consistent that he says it that way. So we shall see. Let me see the de-esser. Is there a...
I'm riding, you're driving for real. Don't want it back, eyes off the road.
That sounds like it's...
Don't want it back, eyes off the road.
Let's see how much we're pulling down here.
Don't want it back, eyes off the road.
I don't, the S's are definitely not bothering me, so we could probably open some of that back up. Where do we have? Just one de-esser. So if we turn that off, does it?
Don't want it back, eyes off the road. Relax on the one in control. This is how it feels.
That's a good little section there. Is that the only de-esser? Looks like it. The Pro MB. Pro MB's hitting it too. Let's see if we turn both of these off.
This is how it feels. This is how it feels.
A little bit of it, and then it's probably making it worse.
This is how it feels to.
Yeah, good catch, man. See? I need you guys. Teamwork.
This is how it feels to try.
But you could hear there at the end, it's kind of a natural thing there as well. Because that was not.
This is how it feels to try.
Oh, we can lighten the load a bit there. Okay. All right. So moving on. You know what? I think we're going to... Yeah, Christopher, absolutely, man. I appreciate you. Thanks for reaching out. And hey, my sincerest apologies, man, for not getting back to you yet with email. Moving right along, we've got some work to do. Doubles could be tighter. Doubles could need some love. I tell you what I'm going to do. This one, to me, my ears are a little bit shot on this one. I've heard it so many times now. I'm going to hit play. I'm going to check this out. And then I'm going to either touch a couple things if I hear anything that's a distraction, or I'm going to bounce it, call it mix one, and I don't feel like there's anything that's like, oh my gosh, I have to fix that. I'm going to get this to the artist so he can put his ears on it, and then if I hear anything after he hits me back with revisions, I could touch it then, Vic and the artist. So, all right, here we go. So master, I'm going to go ahead and hit play. I'll scan through it. I'm not going to sit here and start to finish the whole thing, but just kind of give it a quick listen, see if there's anything I want to hit, and then we'll bounce it and move on to the next song. I'm going to crank it too, just enjoy the music here.
I thought I had a good grip, thought I could captain the ship, but when I look at this wreck, my prints are all on this mess, and I was running my life like I was doing just fine, but I was hopeless, and I was broken. The harder and harder life hits, the tougher and tougher it gets to let go. Ooh, your love says I'm down for the ride, I'll give you the keys to my life. Time to let go, hands off the wheel. I'm riding, you're driving for real. Don't want it back, don't want it back. Eyes off the road. Relax, I'm the one in control. This is how it feels to trust in you, trust in you, trust in you. I know I really gotta stop. I can't keep calling the shots, cause when life turns up the heat, I put myself in your seat. But you gave your life, and now I'm giving you mine. Don't want it back, it's a fact that I'll just break it. The harder and harder life hits, the tougher and tougher it gets to let go. But your love says I'm down for the ride, I'll give you the keys to my life. Time to let go. Hands off the wheel. I'm riding, you're driving for real. Don't want it back, don't want it back. Eyes off the road. Relax, I'm the one in control. This is how it feels to trust in you, trust in you, trust in you. I'm letting go of it all. The only thing I'm holding on to is you. And in the rise or the fall, the only thing I put my trust in is you. I'm taking my hands off the wheel. I'm riding, you're driving for real.
There it was. Okay, we got to find that sound. There's a keys sound, a little lick there. We got to show that Phil some love. It's a little bit low. So vocals, somewhere in here. Might have been just on the Juno track.
I put my trust in is you.
Definitely not. And the synth chorus. Come on, where you at?
I put my trust in is you. And
that right there.
Hands off the wheel.
Come on, man. That's got to be up in the mix. See, I already knew that, but we got to go louder. Need more. Like 4 dB louder. And let's let it rise up. A little crescendo. Stomach growling. Where is that coming from?
I'm taking my hands off the wheel.
And because I'm crazy, we're going to come in here and spit that back all the way to the left. And we'll leave it alone. Okay, getting a little bit fancy. Let's listen to that real quick. Let me check in on what you guys have going on here. Joel, what's up, man? He said just couple of hits stick out. Spears in my ears. Is the master going to deal with that? Hits. Which hits are sticking out to you? And is it like a top end thing or is it a transient thing? Let's see, couple of hits stick out. Help me out. Let me know which hits are you talking about. I'll definitely give it a listen. Teamwork, man. Matt said, sounds amazing. Great production, Vic. Great mixing, David. Huge inspiration to see this whole process. Matt, you're the man. Thanks for checking it out. Waylek said, it feels nice to be listening on headphones, man. The imaging is crazy. You rock, man. I appreciate it. Real quick. Anybody who has not maybe seen any of my premium courses or been a member of the Mix Academy, I like to send the vocals to a vocals bus, the drums to a drum bus. You've probably seen that before. It's inspired by what I saw on Dave Pensado years and years ago. The reason why I love this so much, one of the main reasons, is because I can come to the all music bus, and in the box I can put an imager just on the music without it impacting the overall mix. It doesn't hit the vocals. It doesn't hit the drums. I'll do any widening to any other thing individually on those tracks, but the all music, I can come over here and I can push this 30-40% and not be worried about it smearing the center of the mix, the kick or the snare or anything with the vocal. I can do all of that imaging individually, and I can trust that we can get a little bit wider from that. So that little tip there. I used to slap an imager on my 2-bus and push it. Man, I was young and dumb, sometimes as much as 40 or 50%, trying to get something that was equal to a lot of the mixes I heard. And when I started doing this, breaking it out and just putting it on the all music, made a big difference. It tends to help things feel wider. And you got to be careful. There's a little bit of a volume bump. Double check, trust your ears. But all right. So let's see, Joel, good idea with the same stereo imaging throughout spectrum. I should help keep it mono compatible. It should, absolutely, Joel, you're right. I don't pay much attention to, I probably should a little bit. I don't pay attention to mono compatibility. I just try to work the low end, great, the kick, snare, that stuff. I don't do a whole lot of phase manipulation. I do a lot of checking multi-mic instruments, multi-source instruments, things like that to make sure I get the best phase relationship between elements, which I think in turn leads to, a solid mix, mono-compatible, that kind of thing. But I'm not going around checking. I don't ever check a mix in mono. I don't hate on anybody. My man Grant Cochran, the Recording Revolution, preaches mono mixing in mono. I forget some of the guys that have been on Pensado's place have talked about mixing in mono. Don't hate on it at all. I just don't do it. Just a personal workflow. I just have never done it. So, all right. So I think this one's about at the place where I can bounce this, feel pretty good about it, sending that off to the client with confidence. I'm going to go ahead and make a selection. And I've bypassed Sonar Works. That is a must. I'm going to right click on this. And then as long as Pro Tools stays, let me save right before I bounce that. I have a wonderful habit of hitting save all the time, sometimes so much that it'll cause a crash because I'm saving in the midst of some other processing that's tripping Pro Tools up. But let's come in here. This will be officially Mix 1. This will be the first time Jeremy hears this. It's in the right folder. And then I'm going to try to hang out with you guys in the chat a little bit. I like to throw an MP3 in, even though I just send waves. We'll put that, and then a little bit of love there. We'll leave it alone. Sometimes I'll put produced by, mixed by in the comments. But there we go. We have the master bouncing. And we're going to hang out with you guys over here in the comments for a little bit. Clay said, I wonder if Jeremy has watched the streams at all. I have a feeling he's pretty busy. I don't think he has. But he is the man. Once again, all credit to my man Jeremy Rosado for allowing us to stream it and share the process with you guys here. No pride in his art, man. Beautiful to see that he's willing to do that. Huge help. Matt said, I think there should be more thumbs up. Just saying. Well, I appreciate it, man. Please feel free. Anyone who hasn't liked the video, subscribe to the notifications, to the channel. And please don't forget, comment. Tell me what you're struggling. I tell you what, I'm going to ask anyone who's paying attention to the video at this point, tell me what your biggest struggle is with mixing down in the comments below in the chat. I want to see what the common theme is. I'm going to be making a list of tutorials and things I need to attack and address. I want to make sure you guys are learning what you want to learn. I want this channel to be driven by your feedback. So let me know in the comments what you think. Joel said, first time I watched the stream, great stuff. Man, I appreciate you coming on. The software I use, I've been asked that before, is Telestream's Wirecast Play. I use ScreenFlow for the tutorials, and then they have Wirecast Play, which is free. You could pay the $10 I paid to remove the watermark. But they have a Wirecast Pro that will stream it to Facebook and YouTube and Twitch and wherever else you want it to be streamed to. It's $500. I'm debating on whether or not to do it because I really think a lot of people could benefit from seeing this on Facebook. They're really pushing their live stream service, so we'll see. We'll see about that here in the next week or so. Whalix Beats said, reverb on instruments. Need to make a live stream on that. So reverb, absolutely, man. Clay said, I feel like I get too surgical and go overboard with mastering EQ. Mastering EQ. Clay said, Facebook audio quality is garbage, so I've heard that for sure. That's a great point. And I think you even have to check HD to get a 320 kbps stream. And even that's... Okay, so this mix is done bouncing. Command-Shift-W for the close. We're going to save it. Pro Tools is weird. I just hit save and it still asks me if I want to save it. I guess I can't complain about that. That's a positive glitch. So trust. I'm going to come over here to the bounce files. Go over to my Dropbox folder. I've got a Jeremy Rosado EP folder. And I'm going to put the song Trust. Give it its own folder. Double click. And then we're going to Option click and drag. Mix one wave. Bam. So you can see, anyone who hasn't noticed, I label my mixes. I start with DGR rough 1, even though it's not technically a rough mix. Rough mix is, balance the levels, get a static mix, basic panning and fader. This is more than a rough. I just call it the DGR rough 1. And then I'll just mix it 1, 2, 3, 10, 20, whatever I have to do to mix it to where I think it's ready for the client. I'll call all of those roughs with a number. And then when I'm ready to send it to the client, I label it officially mix 1. And that's when I'll drag and drop that into Dropbox and send it off to the client. Jeremy's already in that folder. Vic's in that folder, I believe. Aaron, the other producer's in there. So right on. What do we have? Just stream to Facebook with your phone. Yeah, Q&A and that kind of thing would be great on Facebook. I've definitely thought about doing that, getting email questions, compiling them up every day, every week, and just doing maybe once or twice a week, hop on and do some live stream Q&A. That could be fun too. I love this. I love this opportunity here with the session open, and we're going to be doing this in the Mix Academy. If you haven't done so, go to themixacademy.com and check it out. But we're going to be doing live stream where I open up the monthly song on a webinar and can take questions, and I'm going to hopefully, I believe GoToMeeting and GoToWebinar allow me to unlock your video. So any of you who have a webcam and want to chat and hang out and face-to-face in the webinar, I should be able to unlock you and ask questions, have a conversation about the mix, and work on it right there together. So, PJ, side question. I have access to a set of, actually real quick, so for the sake of productivity, let me come back over here. We're going to go to Rewind next. The John Bellion inspired track. We're going to go to PJ's question now. So I have access to a set of NS10s at a fair price. Wondering your thoughts. If it's a good idea to pick them up. I use AKG K712 cans and KRK VXT8s in a sub. Also, NS10s could be good extra monitoring. You know, if you've got the money, if you got the budget to drop on some speakers, the only thing with NS10s is you gotta pair it with an amp that I can't remember. My man Kenny Joya, the Reaper guy. I've known Kenny for years, man. Even before he even knew who I was, in the Avid, it was the Digiforums there, the Duck, the DigiDesign user group there. But yeah, I would say HS5s are a solid choice. If you have worked on NS10s in the past and you're desperate for NS10s, you would already probably know which amp to go for. I would say HS5s are going to be fine for you, man. But the power amp is a huge part of that. Yeah, my man Clay commenting there. I'm all for more monitoring. Just got the IK Multimedia iLouds. Really have enjoyed referencing on those. I got a nice little low-end push for a speaker of their size. You can throw them in a backpack and take them on the road with you. All right, we're over here in Rewind. Same thing. We're going to try to bust through this one. I'm going to check off all these notes. I don't even want to see notes for this song, Trust. Fresh Ear is going to wipe it clean. The next time I listen to it, I'll take notes fresh. If any of those notes pop up again, then we'll address them. So Rewind. First step, check drum bus comp. My drum bus compression got a little bit ahead of me on the previous song. So we're going to go here. I'll tell you what, we'll do the same thing. I'm going to hit play. I'll check some things out, but we're going to listen to this, see if any of these notes resonate with me still. And then we're going to, this one looks like it'll be pretty much done.
Let's go. I've done a lot of things that I regret. Yeah. Cold words, burnt bridges, and the time I've wasted. And I know that I've said it a million times. But there are days when I wish I could rewind. Take it back, yeah. A little down the road, I can see it clearer. I can see it so clear. My always mistakes in the rearview mirror. I know they don't reflect me anymore. No. 'Cause I'm a new creation in the Lord. That's right. Every time I wish I could go back, I know His grace doesn't work like that. Every part of our story is for His glory. So I walk ahead knowing that's the truth. I've been redeemed, yeah, I'm brand new. Even though we can't turn back time, but every day's a rewind. Oh, yeah. Every day's a rewind. Yeah. Let's go. Well, I admit I tend to overthink. Up in things that I can't change. 'Cause reminiscing is missing what's right now. It's missing what's right now. And I'm not gonna let that hold me down. Yeah, come on. Every time I wish I could go back, I know His grace doesn't work like that. Yeah. Every part of our story is for His glory. So I walk ahead knowing that's the truth. I've been redeemed, yeah, I'm brand new. Even though we can't turn that time. Every day's a rewind. So I will boast in all my weakness. For I am clothed with His forgiveness. No matter where you are, It's never too late to restart. Every time you wish you could go back, just know His grace doesn't work like that. Every part of your story is for His glory. So walk ahead knowing that's the truth. You've been redeemed, yeah, you are. It's never too late to restart. Every time you wish you start. To restart. Every time you wish you could go back, just know His grace doesn't work like that. Every part of your story is for His glory. So walk ahead knowing that's the truth. You've been redeemed, yeah, you're brand new. Even though you can't turn back time, every time you wish you could go back, just so walk ahead knowing that's the truth. You've been redeemed. So walk ahead knowing that's the truth. You've been redeemed, yeah, you're brand new. Even though you can't turn back time, every time you wish you could go back, just know His grace doesn't work like that. Every part of your story is for His glory. So walk ahead knowing that's the truth. You've been redeemed, yeah, you're brand new. Even though you can't turn back time, every day's a rewind. So every day is a rewind. Oh yeah, yeah. Every day is a rewind. Rewind.
All right, so anything I'm going to do to this, I feel like is going to be bonus. The more verb to the gospel vocal ad-lib was something I heard. Let me go address that. I think this is it. That's that.
Time I wasted.
You know it's going to be one of these. Nope. Is it that? Nope. So
They don't reflect.
it's lost.
Burnt bridges and the time I've wasted. I see so clear. I know they don't reflect me anymore. Cause I'm a new creation in the Lord. That's right. Every time I wish I could.
All right, so for now, we're gonna call this one done. Let me check the comment. Any you guys over here watching the live stream? Nope, no notes from anybody. So speak now or forever hold your peace. We've got for some reason I put the fade there. Whatever. All right, that's not gonna get us there. Okay. Yep, from the top. And that should be it. Bam, bam. Turn sonar works off. We're going to officially call this Mix 1. And there we go. Off we go. Clay said he kind of wants that last chorus to hit harder from the yeah, yeah. Well, then turn your music. No, I'm just kidding. Turn it up. Well, I will put that in the notes from my phone. I don't want to disturb the Pro Tools screen here. We'll see about making that last one hit a little harder. Good looking out, Clay. This is rewind. Clay wants the last hook to hit harder. All right, so we've got 2 down, 1 more to go. As far as mix revisions, getting that sent off to the artist. Let's see, I think Vic hit me up and messaged me. Okay, cool. So Vic said the file already sounds 10 times better without auto-tune. I agree, man. Right on. You know what I did? Was it Joel? Let me come over here to the chat. Stuttering and occasional digital clicks. I wonder if it's me doing that. My own little transitional noises. All right, a little bit of downtime. We've got this mix knocked out. We've got one more, and then I'm going to part with you guys for a little bit. Go grab a kind of some soup and salad, get some fruit, some veggies. And that was an interesting whistle noise with my breath there. Supersonics, will you ever do a stock plugins only mix? Since you guys are hardcore watching the live stream like this, tell me, do you think I should do a mix with only stock plugins? That's it. Nothing else, only stock plugins. I've heard a lot of people back and forth on that. And in the past, I've polled, and most people seem to want me to just do my thing and then from time to time mention, you know, if this is a paid plugin, hey, there's a free alternative to this that you can do, or that kind of thing. But let me know in the comments down below if you think I should do a stock plugins only deal here. Okay, so Clay wants it to hit harder. We'll leave those notes. Okay, so the last song is Mystery, and I actually think I already bounced Mystery as a mix 1. I did. So we're going to open it up just to give it one last ear. Let's come over here. Mystery, the ooh ah's up. Yep, there we go. So it'll be, tell you what, I didn't send it to, so let's go over here. I will delete mix 1, clear the trash, and I will call this one mix 1. Vic said, I'd say even include the Slate bundle for it being so cheap as well. Yeah, that's a great idea, man. It is super cheap. Stock plugins. So Clay said the only thing I'd ask for is a non-UA mix because I can't afford it, he said. Oh, man. I tell you what, though, I'm a huge Universal Audio fan, but with the computer technology, always, every day, it's getting better and better. I think they're in some trouble with that DSP being locked down to that. I'm not sure. What do you guys think? Let's talk about it a little bit. I think the quality of their plugins is great. I dig Slate. I'm just a plugin junkie. I don't know that I have anything negative to say about any company when it comes to plugins. Maybe when you get into some of the politics of it, some of them copying each other or ripping ideas or this and that, but what's the saying? All great ideas were begged, borrowed, stolen. I don't know. I like some waves. I like Slate. But it's people who are sound. Something happened. Let's see. 4 minutes ago, the stream broke for Joel. Clay said, is my internet just garbage or do we stop? It looks like the stream has broken. That's actually the first time, I believe, for this whole project that the stream is broken like that. So I will tell you, I actually just finished the little tweak I had was for the background vocals. So I'm going to go ahead and bounce this. If it happens to pick back up. Okay, there it goes. It's back. Right on. So not sure what could have happened, but we're bouncing this as mix 1. All I did was lift the background vocals. I felt like the rest of it's pretty tight. I'm going to let Pro Tools bounce that track. And then this session will be over. So I will be sending these off. I'm going to be waiting on the vocal from Vic, but it looks like he's got a conference to play at. So no rush on that, man. I'll be up all night working on this. Probably go listen to this in the car, take some more notes. But I will come back, and anybody who's interested, I will make sure to send a link to the Facebook group. And don't forget to subscribe and check that little box for the icon that gives you instant notifications whenever we get a video going online. And awesome to hear my man Dan Comachero. Give a shout out to Dan, owns the Pro Audio Files. I told you guys I'm still good with the Pro Audio Files. Everything is awesome over there. Just wanted to have a channel, a place to upload videos at will. He and I are talking about trying to do a live stream over there as well, and seems to be a cool thing, man. I like the interaction. I think that you guys are digging it. So please, by all means, let me know in the comments if you think we should do more of these, what you'd like to see live, any tutorial ideas. And right on. Kevin said he's looking to upgrade to the Antelope Zentor. Nice. My man Joey Fernandez just got some new gear, and I was drooling over it the other day. I can't remember what it was. It was I had to get him on. I had to talk to him about it. Supersonics HQ. Oh, if anyone wants a great sounding EQ, the Acoustica have the Black Series EQ. That thing sounds amazing. Just engage the smallest amount of EQ, and the sound just opens up. Right on. Right on. So I appreciate you guys coming on and hanging out with me. We're going to end this session once this track is bounced. But again, please don't be afraid to post comments below. Anything you'd like to see on the channel, future tutorials, any live stream, Q&A, video chat. Talking to my man Graham Cochran about coming on. He just released a single with Ill Factor. And I hit him up. I texted him. I was like, man, anything with the abuse of saturation, I'm a fan. I'm a sucker for it. So we'll see. Maybe we can interview him talking about how he came to collaborate with A-list producer Ill Factor, releasing that single just recently. Go check that out. It was a pretty gnarly track. And we got the Facebook group, David Glenn Recording Private Community. And then the Facebook page, if you guys give a like to that, much appreciated. And then anyone who's watching at this point, if you haven't already, go to davidglennrecording.com, sign up for the email list. You're going to get a ton of free stuff. Lots of multi-tracks. You can mix them, add them to your resume. There's no shame in that. Mix it for yourself. And then I've got to where you can unlock the tutorials for just $7 for each song. Try to keep that super cheap. Make sure people can get in on that. Let's go to the live dashboard. Everything seems to be working good. Cool. Well, I hope that didn't break up the video too much. I hope you guys enjoyed this. We've got that bounced. I'm going to come over here and drop that in to got Mix 1 Mystery right there. Come over to the folder. We got to create a folder for Rewind and a folder for Mystery. Okay. And I like to create separate folders because then whenever when we go at the end of the project to bounce out the performance tracks and the stems and the TV tracks and all that stuff, vocal up, vocal down, any of that the artist requests, I can drop those in each of the folders here for the song. So this was, what is it, Mystery? Let's go to Mystery and drop this in. And then we'll go back. We got to get rewind before we forget. I got to walk away. I'm trying to rush out and get some food here. Mix 1. Don't want to forget to put the stuff in Dropbox. What was it? Rewind? Yep, rewind. Short-term memory loss here. Rewind mix 1. And just like that, it's off to the producer and the artist, and much more to come. So, hey guys, thanks again so much for joining me for the live feed. If you guys watch the replay, thanks for tuning in this long. I know these videos are pretty long, but great questions from you guys live. Post your comments below if you have anything you'd like to see on the channel, any questions about anything that I did here. I'll try to elaborate or point you to the video. I do have an assistant that's going to be working on time cues for all of these videos. It's going to probably take a little bit, but links, hyperlinks in the description below for all the different sections. So, hey, here's drums at 11:02, and here's vocals at 50 minute, 55 seconds, that kind of thing. So we'll get that tightened up. We'll get it going. But you guys rock. Thanks for tuning in. Much more to come from David Glenn Recording and the Mix Academy, and we will see you soon.